Fnatic came into Week 2 of the World Championship desperately in need of wins after a poor initial showing. But in true EU Week 2 fashion, Fnatic turned it around, running the gauntlet in the group of death and going undefeated, ultimately eliminating the LPL's second seed Royal Never Give Up. Hey everyone, Ender here. Today we'll be having a look at how Fnatic defeated RNG in their final group stage match by utilizing the advantages of their composition and optimizing recalls to set up on the map and secure objectives uncontested. It's 11:30 on the clock and Fnatic have priority in mid and bot lane. As a team, they decide to recall all 5 players and reset back onto the map. Here, Fnatic have the option to move top or bot depending on which objective they want to play for, Herald or Drake. Taking Herald would give Fnatic access to immediate gold after converting it into a tower, while Mountain Drake would increase the power of an eventual Baron play. And Fnatic have a composition built for teamfighting around the Baron. So Fnatic sprint towards Drake after their reset. If RNG choose to match here, they will be delayed to get back onto the map and Fnatic will have the opportunity to play for vision or an objective. If RNG don't, they will be at an item disadvantage for the coming play. So RNG decide to trade Drake for the Herald, but when they cash it in, they share the gold from the tower between Uzi and Ming, while Reckless takes the bot lane tower solo. So Fnatic trade up in effective gold overall, funneling resources onto Reckless and get a Mountain Drake on top of that. Because Ming overstays top and Karsa channels his recall while Fnatic have pressure on the map, they end up handing Fnatic even more plate money in the mid lane. At 16:30, 1 minute before the second Mountain Drake spawns, Fnatic initiate another team-wide recall. Nemesis and Reckless both purchase their second full item, and the entire team stocks up on control wards. On the other hand, RNG have been constantly out of sync with their recalls, prioritizing individual farm, which has led to them being constantly outnumbered and outpressured on the map for the entire game. With the power of items and numbers, seeing Xiaohu's rise up top lane without access to TP, Fnatic rush into RNG's jungle, destroy their vision, and promptly secure the Drake. With 2 Mountain Drakes, Fnatic now deal 23% bonus true damage to neutral objectives and structures. Without a bot side objective to play for another 5 minutes, and with Baron spawning in just 2, they need to transition their pressure topside. Now there's a fundamental difference in mindset between 1-3-1 and 1-4. When Fnatic spread to all 3 lanes, they have the idea of dividing resources between their 3 primary carries while pushing out all lanes and forcing their opponents to respond, dividing RNG as they go to pick up CS. This then gives Fnatic the time to transition into a 1-4, allowing them to actually pressure an objective. Their 1-3-1 is about the setup, while the 1-4 is about the attack. The original 3 players in mid lane head into RNG's topside jungle before joining Nemesis in top lane, with Hylissang's Pyke leading the charge. Pyke is slippery enough, and without much hard CC on RNG, he can move in and claim vision. Having Gangplank here is key to Fnatic, since Whippo can use his ultimate to clear out the wave mid and prevent a siege while the other 4 of Fnatic take an objective topside. Fnatic originally planned on recalling after the first tower, but because RNG were slow to respond, Fnatic managed to break through both towers. That tower dropping is going to end up meaning a lot later on. After, Fnatic again synchronized their recalls and all purchase control wards. With the mid lane outer turret broken, Fnatic can apply more pressure and drop wards deep in the RNG jungle. RNG will also have a really tough time contesting vision in this bush, and as a result, the entire river. With 2 Mountain Drakes and a Liandry's Cassiopeia, Fnatic can always threaten to burst down the Baron. So after acquiring vision, they started up with just 2 players, attempting to hide it while the others distract. This forces RNG to burn both of their blue trinkets, giving Fnatic a 2-minute window where RNG will not have those available to check Baron. With Broxah low, RNG briefly get control over the mid wave but can't find anything more, so Karsa resets to restock on wards. During this time, Nemesis had slithered into top lane to shove out a large wave and force someone on RNG to collect the wave at the inhibitor tower. Fnatic had originally intended to use that pressure to regain the vision they had just lost, but the second they see Karsa inside the base, Fnatic turn to the Baron. They don't even bother to clear out the wards in the back of the pit. They knew that Karsa was too far away to go for a smite fight. They knew that RNG didn't have the tools to try and force a fight on them, and they knew they could burst the Baron before there was even a chance of response. It only took them 9 seconds. Remember that top lane inner tower going down earlier? Well, because of that, Fnatic were able to push the wave in even further, which ended up revealing Karsa's position and leading them to the Baron call. Fnatic would use this Baron power play to double their gold lead to 8k and secure 2 Infernal Drakes before the Baron respawned. That next Baron would only last for 7 seconds before Fnatic took it down as well. In classic Hylissang fashion, Fnatic activated the split push pike to break the base and eventually take down RNG, knocking them out of groups for the first time in the organization's history. With the win, Fnatic earned their spot in the knockout stage where they will take on FUN plus Phoenix on Saturday for a chance to advance to the semifinals.